From insufferable COD streamers to a Valorant player that faked their very identity, gaming is filled with dirty cheats, which is why it's so satisfying when they get caught and exposed. So get ready for even more gamers caught cheating. Not Kino. If you were gaming back in 2011, you definitely remember the era of Doritos, Mountain Dew, and the original Call of Duty Black Ops. Ah, halcyon days. Back then, YouTuber Syndicate uploaded a video of an amazing feat. He'd grinded for hours and reached round 115 on the iconic zombies map, Kino der Toten. It was an incredible accomplishment and stood undisputed for over a decade. That is, until people started to really analyze his run. You see, Syndicate uploaded snippets of his record-breaking game across multiple videos. When members of the community started to scrutinize the clips years later, however, they noticed a few discrepancies. YouTuber Carl Jobst pointed out that weapons purchased in previous rounds should always appear afterwards in their chalk outlines, as they do here. However, in later clips, they clearly vanish, suggesting they were never bought in the first place and meaning Syndicate wasn't uploading clips from the same run. What's more, the quick revive perk, which is only supposed to be usable 3 times before vanishing, remained after Syndicate bought it for a 3rd time. Most damningly, though, eagle-eyed viewers realized the character's hands changed between rounds, but it's impossible to swap characters in the same run. Yeah, it seems undeniable. Those record-breaking clips weren't record-breaking at all. They were spliced together from different runs. When confronted, Syndicate claimed that his game had crashed after reaching round 69, so he'd started a new run to work his way back up to where he left off. But if that's true, why lie for a decade? Simple. It's not. Syndicate used console commands to cheat his way through the ranks. Console commands are basically an inbuilt way to modify a game while it's running, and they're available for pretty much all games on the PC. So how do we know Syndicate was using them? Well, the Thunder Gun. The best weapon on the map and one Syndicate used a lot. When he shows it off after supposedly getting it in the mystery box, there's one problem. It has the wrong ammo count.
350,000 points? And a Thunder Gun. Oh yeah, baby, back in the game.
See, when legitimately obtained, it always has 12 rounds in reserve. So either he fired 2 shots before recording, then faked being excited, or he spawned it using console commands, which would give it that exact ammo count. Yeah, I mean, I'm shocked. Not. Syndicate's been caught with his pants down before. Back in 2016, he swindled his own fans into spending money on a scam CSGO lotto he owned. What's next for Syndicate? Stealing from the homeless? Tune in next time to find out. Blind justice. Some people will do anything to get a taste of that sweet, sweet internet clout. This is Queen Ponzalot, and she's famous, read infamous, for her blindfolded Monster Hunter World video. See, in February 2024, Ponzalot defeated a super tough boss in the game named Alatreon, all while completely blindfolded. What? Crazy, right? Too crazy, in fact. That blindfold, it's see-through. Don't believe me? Just look, we can see through it ourselves when she takes it off. Ponzalot is a good player, there's no denying, which is why she knows this fight already and is reacting on instinct here. Trouble is, her instinct is to aim for the head, which she wouldn't be able to do if she was blindfolded. See, when players usually try blind challenges in Monster Hunter World, they use the lock-on feature to eliminate a lot of guesswork. It's better to guarantee a minor hit rather than missing a weak point. Clearly, though, this little detail was overlooked by Pwns a lot. What's more, in a few instances, she accidentally moves the camera up, then takes a second to reposition it before continuing. Now, how the hell would she be able to see that the camera needed fixing? After getting called out, she claimed she was being slandered and set out to prove herself. So she streamed a second, successful blindfolded run, not only using a different blindfold, but also covering her screens with paper. Okay, this time it had to be legit, right? Wrong. All the same red flags were present, making it super obvious she could see. But how? Simple. Her blindfold was loose and high up on her face, allowing her to see out of the bottom. Then she moved the gameplay to a hidden third monitor off to the right. Now how do we know? Because she continually looks to the right and even makes the mistake of responding to her viewers.
Oh yeah. Everything will be unedited.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. Pwns a lot has since deleted all of her blindfolded Alatreon videos in shame. Seems like the only person getting pwned a lot was her. If you don't want to get pwned, why not subscribe to my channel? That way, you'll never miss out on another awesome vid like this one. Y'all finished? Nice one. In return, I promise to never unironically say pwned again. On with more cheaters. Shake that moneymaker. Pro gaming, or esports as losers like to call it, is big money. Prize pools can reach some truly insane amounts, so naturally there's a big incentive for players to win. Take one Battle Royale pro, Divinity, who claimed to have earned some $70,000 from his wins. Holy cow. I'm in the wrong business. But, unlike me, Divinity is clearly supremely talented, right?
Let's go. Let's go. 78. 78. Oh my god. Can I show on stream?
Wait, hold up. I know that weird twerking was very distracting, but I could have sworn I saw something fishy in that clip. Yeah, and if you look really closely, you can see some red boxes around the enemies. He's using wall hacks. Those red boxes are used to show enemy players through level geometry, allowing Divinity to know where they are at all times. So, not only is this guy a cheater, he's one that seems to have scammed thousands of dollars out of professional events. Divinity needed to respond to these serious allegations. How would he do it?
Personally, it doesn't faze me. Now, I had many ways to come back to this. And this is the route I chose.
Wow. This rat didn't even care. The craziest part is that he received basically zero lasting consequences. Sure, he got a lot of flack at the time and was temporarily banned from Twitch, but these days he's still streaming COD like nothing ever happened. Insanity. To my mind, this loser should have a permanent ban on both Twitch and Call of Duty. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. An unwelcome interruption. This is Esdesu, a Russian Apex Legends streamer who's got a bit of a reputation as one of the best female players in the game. Back in 2021, however, it seemed the real reason for her incredible skill was finally revealed to the world during one of her streams.
Меня забанили.
She was a cheater the whole time. Fans were crushed. How could she have deceived them all like that? Well, it turns out she didn't. The ban was a false positive, and she was swiftly reinstated. Apex has a notoriously shoddy anti-cheat software that, for some reason, routinely bans legitimate players while allowing some obvious hackers to run amok. It seems the software detected Esdesu's impressive performance in-game, thought, nobody can be that good, and banned her on the spot. Yeesh. I guess the moral of the story is play how I do, terribly. Then there's no chance of anybody thinking you're cheating. Red card. I don't think I'd ever get over the shame of being exposed as a cheater on a personal stream. But it turns out there are even worse ways to get outed. During a live-streamed league game of Counter-Strike Global Offensive in 2015, Team ESP suffered an unexpected setback at the start of the 11th round.
We are coming live into the 11th round now, as it is going to be a full buy from the CT side of Grandpa Berets.
Yeah, and we're going to see them, you know, they need to start getting some momentum.
Oh,
What?
Flex.
So that explains a lot.
The player known as Flex was banned by the anti-cheat software. But was this another Esdesu situation? Was Flex wrongly punished? Nope, this time the system got it right. His justification? Brace yourself. Flex claimed that a lot of people were telling him that he was a bad player and that he played CSGO way too much. So he used cheats in this league to purposefully get banned and stop himself from playing anymore. Right. The way I see it, if you're bad and people tell you you're bad, you should just practice more. But if you play too much and people tell you that you play too much, you should just quit. You shouldn't start using hacks during a live tournament with a cash prize on the line. Jeez. Splat. Call of Duty Warzone attracts a whole load of cheaters, but not all of them are banned outright. The inbuilt Ricochet anti-cheat system absorbs data on the hacks used by cheaters and actually allows them to stay in the game, but they don't get to have fun. A streamer known as Ripped Beefcake learned this firsthand while streaming in 2024.
Okay, let's go.
Wait, what just happened? Well, Ricochet has an aptly named feature called Splat. When a cheater is detected, like Beefcake clearly was, Splat can disable parachutes at random and increase player velocity to make the slightest of drops deadly. Beefcake continually splats in the stream, claiming that she got picked up by Ricochet due to spam reports. Unfortunately for her, Splat doesn't activate unless it confirms a player is cheating. Of course, she bemoaned being unfairly targeted, but considering that she ended up with a permanent ban, seems to me like the shoe fits. Also, sidebar, this girl tweets like 30 times a day. Her feed was a nightmare to trawl through. Somebody get her unbanned so she can do something other than sit on X. A helping hand. Sometimes big streamers like to donate to smaller creators while live. It's a cute way of supporting up-and-coming talent, or at least it's supposed to be. In 2023, Call of Duty pro FaZe Swag was playing Warzone on stream when he stumbled across another player that seemed to be ridiculously good. After noticing that he was streaming, he decided to do his good deed for the day and donate a juicy $50 to him. How sweet. It was until Swag saw his stream.
Bro, and she was cheating.
I got two on me. I down one.
Way.
Somebody else down the other one.
I mean, to be honest, it's kind of funny. No way, bro.
No way you donated to a cheater.
Shut the. It was your fault I even did that.
Ooh, damn. And Swag doesn't often get caught with his pants down. He's a scholarly guy.
These plans are quite... How do you say that, chat? Destitute? How do you say that, chat? Destitute? How do you say that word?
But despite his genius, our boy had been duped. As you can imagine, Swag wasn't exactly pleased. He'd given 50 big ones to this guy, and he turned out to be a dirty hacker.
Chat, can you charge back donos? I'm gonna tell BJ to charge back. What up?
Why on earth this guy thought he'd be able to build a fan base and get famous by hacking on video games is beyond me. The exposure wound up getting him banned, and he blamed Swag for his fate. Sheesh. You try to be nice and look where it gets you. Noob. The Valorant Champions Tour is the popular shooter's official global tournament. Organized by the developers themselves, Riot Games, it's the ultimate competition for players. But in 2023, a VCT tournament sparked a buttload of controversy surrounding one player, Madeline Malibu Campos. Just take a look at this. Okay, that's some suspiciously good aim, right? But that wasn't the only suspicious thing about Malibu.
Bruh.
Look, everyone raise your hand if you knew who Malibu was prior to September. I noticed no one's hands are up because there's no one seen. But let's be fair. Malibu basically came out of nowhere. Malibu's first tracked match was Supergirl Gamer Pro September 16th of this year. Prior to that, crickets.
It's true, Malibu had essentially come out of nowhere and immediately nabbed a spot on a professional esports team called, Newt Newt. Just who the heck was she? Why was her aim so godlike? Nobody seemed to have any answers, but fans wouldn't have to wait long for some. Just before the third round began, viewers were met with this message. Well, looky here. I'm sure you can see where this is going. After a thorough investigation, Riot released a statement confirming that yes, Malibu had been cheating. Though exactly how hasn't been released, people reckon it was an aimbot combined with a good old wall hack. Only one sophisticated enough to have gone undetected for the first round. And it wasn't even the first time. Turns out she'd been given a ban for hacking before, only she'd circumvented it by using a different computer, account, and a fake identity. Yeah, there's a reason nobody had ever heard of Malibu before. This photo? Turns out it's AI generated. That's some serious commitment to cheating. Malibu was given a lifetime ban by Riot, and a teammate that colluded with her named James Summertime Edwards was given a year's ban too. Man, with all the effort you put into cheating, you could have just, got good, scrub. Chibi cheats. Speed running, blitzing through a game as fast as possible, is serious business. Anybody that wants to submit a new record needs to have substantial proof that their run is legit. That said, cheaters will still risk it with a fake. This is Chibi, a quirky speedrunner who's best known for being shot down in incredibly awkward fashion after talking over another guy's run.
So confirmed Santa's #1 helper is a squirrel.
I would really prefer if you would be quiet. But yes, you are correct.
Sorry, I couldn't not show that. Anyway, back in 2015, Chibi was live streaming speedrun attempts of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door when he managed to pull off something incredibly lucky. See, there's a glitch that can only be activated by jumping at the exact moment you exit a battle, which gives you some extra height on your jump. It's seriously tough to do consistently, but if you can manage to perform it twice in a row in a specific location, you can bypass a huge chunk of the game. Nailing this would be a monumental feat, and Chibi manages to pull it off. So let's see his reaction to this amazing achievement.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No way. No way.
Well, that was underwhelming. Where was the excitement? Unless... oh. No. This is the face of a man who's just realized how badly he screwed up. After being called out, Chibi initially claimed that he legitimately made the first jump but was so nervous about missing the second that he used a cheat to increase his jump height. But that explanation didn't fly. Believe me, the speedrunning community is filled with people who live and breathe their chosen game. So a Skype user and Paper Mario elite named Maleo took it upon themselves to confront Chibi. And guess what? Maleo's expertise informed him that there's no way that Chibi's claims could be true, causing the streamer to finally admit that, yeah, both jumps were cheated. Now, let me tell you, if you get on the wrong side of the speed running community, you stay there. To this day, Chibi's a pariah. But he's started again under a new online alias, Shinakwa Phoenix. And as far as I'm aware, he's left cheating where it belongs, in the bin. Well, let's hope it stays that way. Dirty Doc. I'm sure I don't need to tell you who Dr. Disrespect is. He's a now infamous streamer for more reasons than one. But my forced exposure to Disrespect has led me down a little rabbit hole. See, the Doc is routinely accused of cheating in multiplayer games. Take a look at this. That jump where his sight shoots off to the right doesn't seem natural, but while it could be an aimbot hack, it could also just be a connection issue of some kind. It's not like he hits anybody with the second shot after all. There are a few other clips people have claimed showcase some suspect behavior too.
Two guys in this warehouse. I'm just gonna get a little isolated, a little reclusious.
Yes, I'm getting.
See, a lot of folks claim this is wall hacking. There's no indication that there are any enemies in that building, so how could he know? Except, yeah, there is. You can see a dude right here. Baseless accusations like these have followed the Doc for years now, but despite what people say, I couldn't find any evidence of him actually hacking. So yeah, there you go. Dr. Disrespect does not cheat in games, but he will cheat on his wife with minors. Aimbot or aim not? Okay, this is a bit of a weird one. This is 5x5x, a Canadian Warzone streamer that has been under scrutiny for a very, very long time. Quickly searching her name on YouTube brings up dozens of videos accusing her of cheating. Well, let's take a look at some of her clips and see if we can understand why.
Shit. I got you, yep. Oh, hell no. His friend is in here.
Right. Well, that's definitely some suspect aiming. Feels way too precise to me, but maybe it's just a fluke.
Some on the roof there. Did not know he was solo. Bro, why is there so many people up here?
Did you catch that? We can see that her aim unnaturally flicks over to this guy's head. Then, as if she's flustered because of how sus that looks, she chooses not to shoot. And there are so many examples of this crazy aim. This right here is one of the most convincing. See, as this guy falls, her aim seems to lock onto him despite not looking down her sights. Just what the heck is going on here? Five has consistently denied accusations that she's a cheater. But it seems our old friend Ricochet Anti-Cheat doesn't agree. In 2022, her account was permanently banned from playing Call of Duty.
I saw my account was permabanned. I'm like, excuse me? Like, I have nothing on my computer that would ever get me permabanned. Like, you guys know, like, I don't have on my computers.
She acts totally taken aback by the ban, but watching her gameplay makes it obvious why she was targeted. Not that it really mattered. She still streams Call of Duty, only now on a new account that has basically the same name. All she really lost was her stats and the cosmetics she bought. Yet another reason not to spend any of your money on cringe Nicki Minaj skins. Not more Nadia. If you caught the previous episode in this series, which you should have, you likely remember Nadia. She's only one of the most commonly accused streamers around. Seriously, whole careers have been built making videos analyzing her suspect COD gameplay. I mean, you have to agree that aim is something. But the last time I tried to figure it out, the verdict was inconclusive. That said, there's been some movement on the Nadia front since. You see, it seems Nadia wasn't as squeaky clean as she claimed. In September 2023, she tried to log on to Call of Duty and, well...
Bro, I just got banned.
She's been banned. Or at least, that's what she claimed. But we'll come back to that. In the wake of this bombshell, Nadia transitioned to selling bikini pictures and... hot tub streams. I hate the internet. After that, she claimed to have been blacklisted by Call of Duty, and her access to previews and special events rescinded. Nadia said it's because of her bikini photo enterprise, but there's not been any confirmation. So, could the ban and blacklist actually be because of cheating? Well, it's entirely possible, if the ban was even real. See, later, Nadia started streaming COD again on the same account. Still, accusations persisted, but in December 2024, she made a frustrated post on X, finally providing evidence that she couldn't have been banned in the first place. Turns out, she faked the ban screen. The whole thing was one big troll. Now, why? To try and remain relevant and get as much attention as she could, of course. Although she fails to mention that in her self-righteous post. Man, I'd have preferred it if she had actually cheated. Card Shark. As much as cheating is an issue in video games, it's also a problem in the physical realm. Magic the Gathering is the granddaddy of modern trading card games and has maintained a dedicated competitive scene since its inception in 1993. And players take cheating very seriously. In 2014, an accomplished player named Trevor Humphreys was competing in a live-streamed top 8 match when he accidentally revealed the sordid secret to his success. Trevor appeared to be shuffling his opponent's deck normally when required, but in actual fact, he was subtly manipulating the order of his cards. Take a look. While shuffling, he'd really quickly steal a glance at one of them, as you can see here. If it was a spell, he'd cheekily move it to the bottom of the deck, then slide it to the top, and hold it there while continuing to shuffle the rest of the cards. That way, when he set the deck back down for his opponent, they'd only ever draw spell cards and never draw land cards, essential resources required to win the game. That's how he got all of his tournament wins, by being a filthy, cheating slugman. When Wizards of the Coast, the company behind the game, discovered this, old Trev was slapped with a whopping 4-year ban. But, as satisfying as his just desserts were, it was his reaction that was the most entertaining. He put his entire collection up for sale and exploded into an unhinged rant online. In it, he argued he was being unfairly compared to the worst type of criminal and uttered a truly immortal line.
Oh, you underground dojo keyboard cage fighters won.
Oh my god. The phrase has since become a meme among the Magic player base, and even after his ban was lifted, Humphreys has maintained a low profile. He's probably afraid to attract the ire of
underground dojo keyboard cage fighters.
Now you see me. Sometimes cheaters don't need any shady software installed to ruin your favorite game. They can just exploit in-game oversights. In 2016, a team in the Asian Halo Championship Series named Mi Sang in blue faced off with Roach Have Fun in red. In the deciding round, Mi Sang gained a slight kill lead before doing something insane.
Nobody actually. 25-27 in favor of Team Misang. What is Team Misang doing here? Just yeah. Did something happen to why they're doing this? I am not sure.
Yeah, me too. They
are just outside the map.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are they doing some bugging or anything?
I have no idea anymore.
The entire squad glitched out of bounds. Roach Have Fun, now completely incapable of reaching their opponents, let alone closing the gap, were forced to watch helplessly as the timer ticked down.
No, bro.
Yeah.
I need that kill. Stop twerking.
10 seconds.
10 seconds remaining.
Alright, so we're still waiting, guys, for a finalization of what will be the judgment as Team Misang defeats Rock Have Fun in the most unethical as well as...
This is so...
Damn. Of course, Mi Sang was disqualified straight after the game ended. Now, how could they think they'd get away with such blatant cheating in a live-streamed tournament? Simple. They didn't. Just take a look at their name, Team Mi Sang, as in Team Missing. Ah. And the players? Hai Deng, hiding, and Chi Tang, cheating. Right. Mi Sang was never trying to compete, only to troll. Turns out they're actually a group known as Hidden Reach, who run a niche YouTube channel specializing in getting out of bounds in Halo maps. One day they came up with an idea. Wouldn't it be hilarious to do this in an official tournament? So, despite being an Irishman, Canadian, and 2 Americans, they signed up for the Asian Championship under fake names, and the rest is history. Honestly, that's pretty hilarious. They never wanted to win. They knew they'd get disqualified, but gave us all a laugh before they did. Finally, a cheat I can get behind. And that's that. Thanks for joining me for a whole load of more cheaters caught red-handed. Which was your favorite? Let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.